Welcome to Common Crawford and the Jersey. I'm Lewis here with Penny and your favorite Jersey guy, Tom. Get ready for another round of real talk, crazy stories, and everything in between. Hello, gentlemen.
Hello, my homie.
True.
Yeah, well, that's for sure.
We talk about everything. So,
Everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
and speaking of everything in between, I think today we're going to be talking about some. We're going to be talking about
Parallel universes.
So that's in between because
Yeah.
it's literally in between. So
Right.
In between
Yes.
universes.
Parallel universes,
Yes,
man.
man.
It's crazy stuff.
Yes. Go ahead, Lou.
So what is a parallel universe? Maybe we can explain to people. So maybe
It's
this
a
is term
universe that's
someone's never-
parallel.
Okay, let me see.
So in a parallel universe, it would be something that is a universe that
It's parallel.
it looks like us, but it's different. Runs the same way. Parallel.
Right. Go ahead, Lou.
The concept of a parallel universe and the multiverse is a fascinating topic, full of theories and expand on understanding of the reality. Here's an overview. What could make a great addition to the podcast episode, Arson?
Mm-hmm.
I'm reading the stuff that I have put already.
You
Let's
see
take it
that
up.
shit?
Parallel universes. The idea of parallel universes suggests that there are alternate realities that exist alongside our own, possibly with different versions of ourselves or events or even entirely different laws or physics. In these universes, history may have unfolded differently, creating a world that range from nearly identical to vastly different from ours.
That is.
Yeah.
That's pretty interesting.
See, so
It could
now.
be vastly different or slightly. I mean,
Right.
So in a parallel universe, maybe there's we're all female versions doing this podcast.
I'd be an ugly chick.
That's one. Yeah, I'm one ugly.
Maybe we're all.
I'm sorry, man.
Maybe we're three foxes.
Yo, I don't know. I doubt it, bro. I'd be an ugly ass chick, bro.
Or we're just like
Fucking Charlie's Angels.
That would be weird.
or opposite. You're right.
Can you
we're
imagine?
just
That
like,
would-
Yeah.
That would be weird. Oh man, that would just be so.
No more Rick and Morty for you, bro.
we're three,
Stop it with that
we're
stuff.
three,
It's
like,
too much already.
There's three like muscle men.
Yeah,
We're talking about
here to pump you up.
Pump you up. That's right.
That was good shit, right
The
there.
multiverse theory. Multiverse theory takes on the concept of further by opposing a vast collection of universes, each with its unique properties that might include many worlds interpretation, bubble universes, the brain multiverse,
The brain.
The
Yeah.
brain multiverse.
or the BRANE,
oh,
brain.
Brain.
I don't
Brand?
know.
I mean,
Uh,
E,
could be.
A.
Okay.
Is that wrong?
I don't know.
Well, however it's pronounced, it's a multiverse.
Okay.
In string theory, some scientists propose that our universe is a brain,
Right.
a three-dimensional surface with a higher dimensional space. Other brains or brands could be parallel universes within the space.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
So there'll be a universe already inside the universe you're in.
right.
Is that what they're saying?
Is that
That's what
like
I
the Men
understand.
in Black when the universe
Right.
is on Orion's
Yeah,
belt
on
and
Orion's
it was like a little
belt,
universe
yes.
and like
That's on
oh no, that was the galaxy is on
The galaxy in
Orion.
Orion's
Galaxy.
belt. Yeah. The
That's
galaxy
right.
in Orion's belt. Yeah. Right. And could be. Well, I mean, again, we've seen how many cartoons, shows, Do you remember-
Movies.
movies. Do you
And
remember
everything is kind of close to what it,
right?
but their own version of how it
of
would
how it's
happen.
different. Remember Sliders?
I
You ever
do.
see Sliders?
That was a perfect example.
That's
that was the whole
exact
parallel
example.
universe. I love
Yes,
that show.
that was an amazing show. And with
That
that,
really
it showed
played on that.
what ifs. It was a lot of what ifs.
It was and it was they would slide into different parallel
Yep.
universes. Like one was like the dinosaurs like ruled the
Yep,
earth. And they
uh-huh.
were like survivors.
Yep.
They were like yeah.
Yes, they had
Wow.
that. They had that. There was an episode where if
seen
the Germans would have won.
Yeah. I was just gonna say that.
Yeah.
That was a real memorable
wild
episode.
one. Yeah, that was a good one. They had one. If in when it came out, it's like in 2000 or whatever it was, that the 50s and the 60s, the way everybody dressed, the zoot suits and the kind of music and the swing and everything was still around.
Oh, there was one as if like it was like we were still in the Cold War. And
Yep.
like, they didn't.
Yes.
Oh no! New technology was allowed since
Right.
the 1950s.
Uh-huh.
Right? That was what you.
Wow.
Was that the
Yeah,
one you were talking
that's
about?
one of the ones. Yeah, like that. No, that was another
Like it
one.
was like Cuba, where they're still driving.
Yeah,
around
Wow.
right.
and
Yeah,
stuff.
they had a lot of good ones, man.
Yeah, I never
And
really
but
watched
that's-
that show, though.
Oh, dude, I watched that faithfully, man.
Sounds
I
like it was
watched
a
it
good
all the time.
show.
It was
was
an
good.
awesome show.
It was. I
sure.
remember watching when Netflix first started streaming. I binge watched.
Oh, really?
Over
It
again.
was on Netflix?
Yeah, when it first came out, when they first started their streaming package.
I have to see if it's
Oh, I'm
on
gonna
there.
have to look for that now.
Because it might be now.
Yeah, well, still, I mean, it got to be somewhere, even like on Tubi or some
But
shit.
I remember I rewatched like the whole series.
Yeah. Oh, dude, it was such a great show. But that is perfect of parallel universe because, and you know, so now they say now too that when we dream about ourselves doing other things, that's us in that parallel universe.
Is it?
Yeah. So like, you know, like race car drivers, architects, singers or actors and whatnot. That's us dreaming about ourselves in another universe and that multiverse, you know? Not so much the superhero stuff. I mean, you know, I guess it's like whatever, but you know, because I think that's more of a dream or fantasy than you know, well, maybe, but you never know, you know. But like even like we say with the flying cars and stuff
Yeah,
like that, you see
that's
stuff
not gonna
doing
happen.
things. No, I'm saying like that's the dreams that you if you have though
yeah.
that's in
Right.
that multiverse because of all the things
Or the
that could be
sci-fi
somewhere
and
else.
everything.
And the sci-fi stuff, yeah, whatever it is, it's
Yeah.
that you know that's what they.
It'd be cool if
see.
it looked like that, you know?
Well, and again, it's different. That's the whole thing. So, in the idea in the multiverse is it is the
Same time, but
same time, like I said,
different
it's
interpretation of what's
2024
going
and
on.
what it is and how we're living like this, but somewhere else it's advanced civilization, it's or you know old civilization, you know things that are going on that.
Oh, I was thinking it was the same because it's a different universe. It's you, but the circumstances are different. You're either a woman now or
Oh yeah, no,
the situation is totally different, but
Yeah.
it's basically the same time,
Yeah,
same
yeah.
timeline, but it's just
same
a different.
time on it's
Right.
know, it's whatever the date is, November.
yeah,
Right.
yeah,
But-
but it's the same timeline.
But you're in a different. It's a totally different.
Yeah,
Situation.
no, but it's also you know technology. It could be like we're all living like if we were like if the Roman times were still like we're all walking around in togas kind of thing. You know what I mean? Or that you know.
or we could be like
Times of Jesus.
like
Yep.
like we never like there was no separatists, like the United States was never
Right.
founded. It stayed part of a British colony, and this
Right.
is just an extension of
Exactly. Yeah.
right,
Like, it was
right.
that kind of stuff. Like,
That's
yeah.
crazy shit.
Yeah.
But
And
that's cool, though.
That's the idea of the multiverse. It's just all the different things that we could be.
that could be a multiverse. You know, it could be something like that, or like a multiverse where no one ever found. You know, it's still Native Americans living here,
Right.
No,
Right.
no colonization,
Right.
And like,
So
no
they-
one even
right.
like no one bothered across the Atlantic. You know,
Right.
that could be another. You know,
Yeah, like we're
multiverse.
still like
That
we
would be a
are
good
American
one.
Indians.
That would be a good
That
one.
we're Native Americans. Like you know what I mean? Like
Right.
we are that instead of being you know white, Irish, Jewish, Spanish, black,
yeah,
whatever. Like it's not any of that. We're here, you know,
Right.
and living like apocalypto. You know what I mean? Like it's just the tribes and the villages and stuff like that. You know, and it's just so many different things so that it would be cool if we could do that. You know.
Yeah.
Like to me, it could be
Or it could just be an alternate timeline where Kennedy wasn't assassinated.
Right, yeah,
And,
and
just
what the
whole
world would
timeline
be.
just gets shifted.
Yeah,
like
uh-huh.
almost like Back to the Future. Remember how they had
Right,
these alternate
they had to
timelines?
go
That's
back.
the-
Like
how-
going
basically
back, you
Multiverse.
Yeah.
skewed the timeline.
Yeah,
Yeah, right. Yeah.
From the
Yep.
Smart's Almanac.
And they talked about that in Loki when he had to go to the what you call it?
That was a great series, by
Right.
the way.
Same idea, bro. Is that you know
Great
this is the
series.
timeline and then it's just all the branches.
So same thing,
Mm-hmm.
same idea as sorry about that. Same idea as a parallel universe. It's just
Right.
that one thing could be different from it could be have an exact universe as us, and one thing could have changed and set the whole course of history different.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Exactly.
Like I
Or
wonder.
Lincoln didn't get assassinated. Well, that would be like a major.
Right.
Our American history would be completely different.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would. It would absolutely be different
Yep. Yeah. Like I
if
mean,
he didn't get assassinated. Absolutely.
right. Oh hell yeah. Now I'm wondering. Now I said, do we really
think
go
for
way
the
out
better.
there?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm sure,
sure.
too. But now, does it go off? Do we say that it's almost like in Spider-Man and the multiverse? You know, in Rick and Morty and a couple of other shows that I've seen that it's live action, so it's like live like us, like this, and then there's another multiverse that it's like a cartoon. There's another one where the whole world is underwater, so we're all like Aquaman or mer people.
Same characters, but just right again.
Right,
it
yeah,
goes
you
back
know what I'm
to-
saying? Like, I wonder if it's to that extreme or if everything
Could it be?
is live.
Well, that was like
Yeah.
that in Spider-Man. That like
Right,
you said, this
yeah.
Spider-Verse was
Or
crazy.
where in a multiverse, like we're an advanced society and we're the gray aliens.
Right, yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
Or even that the great aliens are living with us.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And, like remember Alienation?
Right.
Aliens
Oh,
like
there
that.
you go. Like Alien Nation.
Wow.
Yeah. Yes. Alien Nation.
Or in another multiverse where a planet where like multiple aliens live with different like,
right.
a
yeah.
melting pot
Like
of,
we're part of
or like
Star
Star
Trek.
Wars.
Star Wars or
Or
Star
Star
Trek.
Trek,
Yeah.
yeah,
That
yeah.
we're
Right.
in something
Either
like
or.
that.
Right.
Right.
Or it could be an alternate a parallel universe where Star Wars is real.
Real. Yeah. Like
Right.
I'm a Jedi for real. Okay. What?
Or even
Yes.
Star Trek.
Yep. Or
When you
I'm
think
a
about it.
cyborg.
Like if you're in the future, like at the same time.
Right. Exactly.
In the future.
Right.
Like
See,
what
the thing about parallel
fuck
universes
just happened?
is
How did
it's
I
like,
get here? Right? That would blow your mind if that happened.
Yeah.
They say the idea of parallel universe is infinite possibilities. It's kind of
Right.
like they say the best way to describe it is when you put two mirrors next to each other and you look and it just
You
goes
could just-
forever.
Right.
Like that.
Right.
When you two mirrors across from each other and you look and it
Yeah.
just goes forever. That's the idea of a parallel universe. Just infinite. Like it just
Right.
Yeah. And
It's,
that's
and
the whole
stuck
thing.
on that course.
Yeah, right.
Pretty much.
And just everything's different.
Right.
It's how, like I said, it's
but each
the
one
world.
is slightly different.
Yeah.
Right.
And
right.
It's
but
the world.
but it's just how it's projected when he puts the two,
And that's why they say like it's so close yet so far. That's why we can, when we have dreams of certain things about ourselves, it's us in another universe.
Yeah,
in a
and
multiverse.
it's to the point where it could even be like instead of having pizza, you had pizza the night before,
Exactly. I was just going to
but
say
you're gonna
that.
have right, and you have
It could be like
you ordered in Japanese that night or
yeah,
something.
right. Yeah.
or there's a multiverse where Lou has a full head of long hair.
Right,
That would
yeah.
be awesome.
And I'm
bro.
bald.
Locks. Yeah, right, exactly. Yeah.
That would be great.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
know what I mean? Just something
Yeah.
different like that.
Yeah.
Or where like, I just have blonde hair.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
That's the only different thing about me.
Yeah,
Right.
Like it's just so
Kenny
many
would be
things.
white.
Yeah, and that's what I'm gonna say, bro. Because it was like that in the show Sliders. That
And
And I'm not
it
saying
was
that to
something
be an asshole.
else.
I'm saying
yeah,
because
yeah.
it's
And
a
that's
multiverse.
and that's the whole idea. Just
But you would know
different
it was
things.
Kenny.
Right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Because
Well,
it's still
would be
him.
Kenny.
Yeah.
It would still be Kenny.
It'd still be Kenny.
You'd
He'd
know.
just be,
Yeah, there's no more of a fucking Michiganer than me. hey, I'm just saying. No, it would be cool if we could travel through them into the different ones. It would be cool.
I don't know if I want to see them.
Right. Yes, exactly. But it could be a problem because it could also be that we can't cross paths with our other self. Because then you would fuck up the timeline.
I think you screwed up either way. I think you screwed up either way by just going back
No. You're not going back. You're going,
or going
parallel.
wherever.
You're just
Or
changing
parallel.
lanes.
Oh, well, true.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't know if does it apply the same way.
That's the
If
whole
you're
thing.
going to do that kind of thing,
Right.
Is that more of a
We wouldn't know.
sci-fi thing, or is that something that?
That's the whole thing. Nobody, because of course it's the same thing like a black
But they're
hole.
saying now that they believe there are.
Right.
Definitely.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Because of but
really?
see, now I say that they say that, and I think they say that because of all that they've seen now with the new telescopes and stuff like that we were talking about before. That
Webb telescope,
what
yeah.
it is what they see now that is almost like a mirror, if you will. You know what I'm saying? Or looking into something that's the same but different. Like when they say that we're looking out into in the telescopes,
You're looking
and
back
whatnot,
in the past, man.
right? So that then it's something that has happened already.
Yeah.
Okay, that we're seeing now.
Right.
So what's to say that it's somebody else looking at us
Same
this
thing.
way?
It'd be the
Like I
other way.
said, it'd
Could
be the
be.
parallel universe,
Right.
Because nobody knows. That's again black holes.
That would be
Where
weird
does
as
a
hell.
black hole lead?
Right.
Nobody knows because of what they say the gravitational pull is, and it's just sucking.
And you're in
it
another
crushes and everything.
parallel
It's like-
universe where you're actually getting sucked into one.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So you never know
Right.
what it is.
That would be
and-
weird, right?
And that's
It would stretch you out. You wouldn't even feel it, man.
well, that's the whole thing. So now
You'd be
it's all an assumption.
Stretch you out and pull you apart into a million
But they
atoms
don't
or whatever
know.
you want to call them.
There's never been anything to go into or start going into a black hole that they can tell that it's literally you being stretched. It could just be what it looks like because you're being sucked in so fast.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's true, but I don't know.
That's
It's
how
a
I'm
lot of
looking at
pull.
it.
They say it gets so hot because of how fast it's spinning, because of how fast it's going or how big it is.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's pulling, it's sucking everything
Mm-hmm.
in. It's not just it's space. It's everything around it is
Right.
getting pulled into it.
I think any death that happens in space would be so instant you wouldn't even feel it.
You would hope so.
Because they
I
say
heard-
like even if you were to get like a hole in a spacesuit, you would die so fast it would be ridiculous.
Well, because you freeze and the
It would be
oxygen.
like
I don't know.
freeze.
Yeah.
Is it? I don't think you actually freeze though. when
No,
you-
no.
I think it boils blood.
Your blood you boil off.
Yeah.
Your all the liquid just turns to gas in your body.
Yep. Done.
So you yeah, like I think any death in space would just be
Quick.
so instant.
Wow. This is getting morbid.
Well, I mean, it's because it's
No,
just about
I'm
it's the
kidding, bro.
thinking what we could
It's
do
just
to
a geeky
go.
thing. I
Yeah.
would not accept. Of
Oh, yeah,
course,
it's not morbid.
I
I
would
don't
say the
think
same
that
thing. No, I'm just
Yeah.
kidding around.
Yeah,
I'm busting
yeah,
his balls.
no, I-
Because think about it, bro. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. If you could go, would you want to go to another
It would
to
only
your
have
to a
It
multiverse?
would have to depend on the reason why.
Because I just want to see.
No, I need a better reason than that. I
Like
can't
what?
just go because I don't want to just go and mess with shit if I don't need to.
Well, don't touch anything. You know what I mean? Just go see what it looks like, and just to be like, oh shit, oh there I go, we're here, and then you get what I'm saying?
No, I don't know.
Really?
I'd have to think it through.
How about you?
What?
Would you want to go into like if you
If
were
I could
able
choose
to?
the one that I wanted to go to, I don't want to go to a random
Okay.
one.
I would want to go.
Because let's if you go to one where like I don't know, like aliens have enslaved humans. Or
Oh,
one
right,
where the
that's
Matrix
great.
is real,
Positive
where
thinking
robots,
there.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, but we could free everybody. Oh,
Could you though?
yeah.
Like you know what I mean?
All it
But,
takes
like,
is one freaking. We take one of our computer programs and just
Oh,
fuck
yeah.
them all up.
Yeah, that's
You know what I mean? Download it into their
let's just
shit.
put a virus.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's it.
Really?
I'm just saying, bro.
But
Wow.
what I'm saying is
I can't believe you even said that.
but what I'm saying
Independence
is,
Day.
like, I would want to know at least get like a menu of like, ooh, we'll give you a menu of 20 different multiverses you can go to, and
Yeah.
I don't think I want to go to. Oh, that one sounds scary. I'm not going there. You know what I mean? Oh, that sounds like that could be fun.
But would you want
Where
to see
it rains
yourself?
Ice cream, you know.
Ah,
Oh, no, you know
cloudy
what-
with a chance of
you know what that
meatballs.
was from? You know what that was from, right? Do you remember when it was a Simpsons episode where they had a time machine and like every time you affect them, he
Yes.
like stepped on like a bug and then
Yeah.
went, and it was like all these things were messed up and then finally
Yep.
he goes and like he like Homer has like this mansion and like everybody's like, hello dad,
Yeah.
hello dad.
Yeah.
And it's like and like, oh, everything's perfect, oh my god, but I have to ask one question. He goes, are there donuts here? And they're like, what's a donut? He's oh, and he
Yeah,
runs
yeah, he
downstairs
was-
and all of
yeah.
a sudden they're like, oh, it's raining again, and just donuts are falling from the
That's
sky.
What's a
great.
donut?
That's great.
That's awesome. And he
That is
left
awesome.
already. He didn't even see it.
He
Yeah.
didn't see the raining.
That's freaking great,
It was his
man.
perfect world.
That is
Wow.
awesome. But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, if you could pick, then would you then go?
Hell yeah. Watch it would be like one of those things like
What would I do though?
Anything just to go see what it is to be on another place. I think for me, I know for me, I'd want to go see. Like I would want to see myself be, famous to see how I'm living. You know what I mean? I want to know if I'm still the same person.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I sit here
That's
and I
a
talk
weird
about
one.
love, peace, and hair grease.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right, you could
but
be
I would
that.
want to go and see myself as the celebrity or
an
the
athlete.
millionaire, the athlete, whatever, just somebody famous,
Right.
and to see if I'm still that person. I would like to see, even if not just to see who I am in that other world.
It's not going to happen though, bro.
Well, yeah, but I mean that's what
So,
that's the idea of the.
it could happen when you're sleeping.
Like I would want to. There you go. You see what I'm saying? Like I would want to see even too what another universe is living. Like what another.
What's if there's like a multiverse where like Kenny's like a pop star?
That's what I'm saying. I want to
Wow.
know what it is to
Like
be
that
famous.
was
Michael Jackson status.
Yes.
Like
Stop.
Yes.
Don't say it.
Kenny Cotman, the king
You're going to
of
make
pop.
his head bigger than it is already, bro.
Listen, I'm just saying. Hell yeah. Yeah.
Did you guys ever hear of a bubble universe?
No.
There actually is a bubble universe or universes or inflationary multiverse.
Okay.
Some cosmologists believe that different bubbles of the universe form through eternal cosmic inflation, with each bubble representing its own universe with the unique physical laws.
Then that's how we become superheroes.
Wait, so explain that again?
Okay, I'll read it again. Hopefully I didn't.
Wait. No,
It's a bubble universe.
Right.
All right. Some cosmologists believe that different bubbles of a universe form through eternal cosmic inflation.
oh, so this is like a theory of how it happened.
Mm-hmm.
That's so
Inflation,
abstract.
which each bubble representing its own universe with unique physical laws.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so
unique
even
physical laws.
Right.
Oh,
So
so like
then-
yeah. So
What?
like that's even by superhero. Like
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, you
Imagine
could be-
now
yeah,
that
you
would
could
be
fly.
super crazy. Maybe
Right.
I would go back to see that one.
Yeah,
Make sure I
so-
was a
or
good,
what goes down.
I was a
must
good
go up.
superhero and I wasn't
You know,
hurting
like
anybody. And I
something
was
like
saving
that.
people.
Right. So like, boom, we
Or
go
like,
to
or like the laws are different. Like the laws of thermodynamics is like
Yes.
hot always goes to cold.
Right.
Cold always goes
to
to
hot.
You know,
Right.
reverse shit.
Yeah.
Right.
Up is down. Down is up. What was that?
I don't know.
what
I don't remember that one. I don't remember that one.
A flock, a freak. Oh, that was Batman Forever with Jim Carrey.
That's
a
right.
flock of freaking
Yes.
Freuds.
Yes. Yeah, Jim Carrey did that. Yes.
Yep.
That's right. Well, but there you go. So now, right now, because of the different gravity on the planets in our solar system, we would be either stronger or heavier. So that then, because of the gravity, so that then now we're here, 200 pounds is 200 pounds. 200 pounds somewhere else would be 75 pounds.
Right.
And then we could pick it up. Like we'd be able to lift up the car while you change the tire.
Yeah.
You know what I
Wow,
mean?
that would be crazy.
Like, so that then the physical properties in a bubble universe would be that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or that we could
Everybody's
breathe
super
underwater.
smart. Yeah.
Right. That now, we'd
Cosmic
be able to
inflation,
just
with each bubble
breathe
representing its
underwater.
own universe with unique physical laws.
Yep.
Unique physical laws.
Unique. Right.
Not some, not a little.
Unique, all of it. The whole
Didn't
thing.
even- yeah.
You see?
Pretty cool.
So that then that would be crazy.
Yeah, like maybe it is superpowers. Like I could just lift things. I have telekinesis.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
But we all
Wow.
speak like that.
That would be sick.
That was in
Oh, that's speaking. Yeah, telekinetics.
telekinetics is to make the move. Yeah.
Right. That's
But
right.
even still
Or
that
psychokinesis or psychokinetic. I don't know.
psycho-
all that
Yeah,
stuff,
that's a lot
anything
of
with the
psychedelics,
mind,
I gotta tell you.
that we could do that. So we could speak. What was it? Planet of the
Scanners
Apes.
make people's heads
Planet of the Apes.
Scanners!
Planet of the
Oh
Apes,
my
they went
God.
into the future.
Yes, you see what I'm saying? That wasn't me.
But that was it.
No, I was doing sound effect.
Oh, it was you. It was it. That was good, bro. I thought you had like
Yeah,
your
yeah,
shit
so
was
I
on the
thought that
phone
shit was
machine.
real. I was like,
Yo,
what
what the hell was that? It sounded like it came from over here. That was good, bro. Holy shit, made me look.
Wow.
Yep.
Freaked
But
me out.
that would be great, bro. That we'd be able to, talk to people, make things move mentally without physically touching anything.
Wow. Yeah, could be good.
Without
But then
actually
again,
verbally.
you'd have to still do physical stuff. You couldn't do everything because you wouldn't want your body to be like you want to be the same shape.
But wait a minute. Hold that
Gotta
thought.
take that into
You
consideration.
can't. It won't, because in that other universe, everybody's living like that. It would be us that knows about it. They wouldn't know because they don't live like we do, that we have, when they don't have the same kind of gravity that we have here. They don't have all that stuff, so we wouldn't look the same. There's a show, I just lost it. God,
Oh, yeah,
Jesus
of
Christ.
course, yeah.
There's a sci-fi show that's a couple
If
of
we
years
had
old.
different gravity, our bodies would look
Right.
really different.
So they were
Yeah.
showing that these people,
Totally
the
different.
expanse. That's the name on Sci-Fi. They were showing these people that are that were raised in Mars. We're talking like, generations from now, whatever.
Okay.
And they were taller because there was less gravity. So they were longer, slender.
Really?
So that then for us here, we were shorter and more muscular because of everything we had to, because of the gravity here.
Right.
So then, like I said, going into another universe, they wouldn't know that
Right.
you should look like this if you lived on Earth 113. You know what I mean?
And if we had more gravity, we'd be even shorter.
Right, we'd be shorter
More-
and
more
stockier.
muscular, yeah.
Right, because now we got to hold ourselves up and move things and pick things up. So this right here, this mixer, instead of this mixer being, a pound on another planet, it would
Right.
be 10 pounds.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's because there's a comic with Superman where he gives Lois powers. Like he
Right.
gives. I don't know if you remember
Yes.
this. There was an animation on this.
Yep.
And they go to the Solitude.
Right.
Right. Mm-hmm. Fortress of Solitude. Mm-hmm. And he has a key under the mat, but it's in the ground.
Right.
Right. And he's like, go ahead, try to pick it up. She tries to pick it up. She can't pick it up. He carved it out of some kind of meteorite or something where it weighs a certain amount, but when it's here, it weighs this much, like it's 20,000 times more heavy.
Right.
He's the only one who can pick it up.
Mm-hmm.
She can't even budge it off the ground.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. And
kind
that's
of
what I'm
stuff.
saying.
Yeah.
So that's why it's so groovy when you think about the multiverses or the things that we might be able to learn. Would we be able to bring it back here and use them? Would be the other thing. I mean, just depending on what kind of
First of all,
technology.
how do you even cross over?
Well, so again, if we
Here
go
we
like
go.
this, I'm just saying, bro. So if we do
need
like
a
we were talking
slider.
about with sliders, right?
Right.
And that show, he had taken the remote control and he rigged it or whatever, and all these other things that he had done.
But with sliders, wasn't it where like everybody, or most of the parallel universes were also sliding too, right? Was
No,
it
no, 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 no.
simultaneously happening? No, there
No,
wasn't.
no. It was him and his crew.
But it wasn't like each universe was sliding as he's sliding. Like they
No.
would slide. No, it wasn't like
No,
that.
no. He went- so-
Did they ever run into themselves when they
Yes,
were sliding?
they did.
Oh, wow.
Yep,
Yeah,
and
yeah, so
themselves,
that's right.
and that's
Now
why I
I
said what I
remember.
said. So because their selves in the parallel universe, were just the same as they were. Like the same mental whatever,
Right.
on that, like a nice guy or
Right, right.
looking to
But
help
from a
or
different
kind of
place.
smart. Yeah, but
know
they
what?
just were different. They were on a different part of the ladder in society.
You know, what episode I hated on that show.
Really?
And it wasn't the. I don't know if it was their finale, but like when he's like, because he goes, "Oh, this looks just like everything looks the same. Let
Yes.
me just check the gate and see if it creaks."
Yep.
Because I know if we're in my world, it's
It's
gonna
gonna
creak.
creak, yes.
And it didn't creak.
Yep.
And they took the slide back.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden, the father went on and goes, "Oh yeah, I just oiled the
Yep,
gate."
yep. That was the last episode.
Oh, I was like,
Yeah, that was the
really?
last episode.
That's a disappointing ending.
Yeah, that was another one because they kept saying. So what it was is that they didn't.
Main
Do you remember the show?
Sliders?
Yeah.
I remember the show, but I didn't really watch it.
So he had the remote control, and he goes to slide, but it fell and broke, and it get cracked or whatever it was, and he couldn't go back to his.
Oh, fuck.
Right, so because he couldn't put in his world 113
But the
like it
portal
was.
would show up the same
But
time
the
every
portable
day.
will show up at the same time in a couple of
same-
days or whatever, same time, the same spot. So like it would be right here at 4:00 in 3 days because there was a timer on it.
All right, cool.
And he couldn't make it come back.
Right.
right. So as he's going through his travels or whatever,
He's hoping
he
to
ends up
eventually go back to his
the
world.
whole-
He's
right, to
hoping
get
that
back
he's
to
eventually
his.
going to loop him back. In a
right,
circle.
that he's going to go through enough of them that he's going to end up coming back around. But now with this, as he's going, he's running into different people, and they become friends, and they end up jumping with him.
Oh, so they messed the whole thing
So
up.
now the four people that
Yeah,
were
there was a
going with him, it was
professor.
Rembrandt, the professor. I can't remember the girl's name. It was Jerry O'Connell, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So Jerry O'Connell,
the main
and he was the one that he made the
remote.
remote. And let's say so he had a
Wow.
few people that went with him, and they would just see all these different things. That's why I said what Tom and I are saying
Yeah,
that
but that's the sci-fi
But he's trying
part
to
of
get
it.
back, and then like the last episode, he's like, he was convinced it was his real world, but he's like, oh, the gate. He goes,
It didn't
always,
squeak.
the gate to his like defense, it always creaks, and he goes, it didn't creak, and he's like, oh, this definitely isn't my world, and he
Yeah.
went back. He didn't even go to find out, and he went back, and then like you see like the father come out and he go, talk to the wife. He's like, oh, I just fixed that annoying creak in the gate.
yeah,
That
it
was
was
kinda
so
like,
cool. It was so sad.
That reminded me of a Twilight Zone episode. Not to veer off too much.
Right.
That
No, Twilight Zone had parallel
I
universes.
forget what it was.
Yeah.
That's true. Twilight Zone.
Think
is
about
parallel.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It was a
It
parallel
is.
universe.
It is.
Anytime anything occurred in most of the time, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Something.
Yep.
But I remember it was something with aliens, and people were trying to figure out, and the aliens ended up leaving. And I guess they don't want the cure. Humans don't want the cure for cancer. You remember that? Where they?
I don't remember that one.
No, I
Yeah.
remember
it was something with aliens or whatever.
there was a few with aliens. My favorite one
There's
is
a few of them.
Yo, the best one for me was To Serve Man. They couldn't tell the
That
book.
one was good.
And that
There was also another
great
one where they had the town turn on themselves.
Yep.
And they were
Uh-huh.
You know
you
which
know,
one I love?
making the
one
cars go
where
off and
everybody-
everything.
Remember that shit.
Where
That
it's
was
like
great.
plastic surgery. Everybody gets this perfect
Yep,
plastic
and
surgery.
they-
This
Uh-huh.
girl looks like
Uh-huh.
she's
She like-
actually
yeah,
the
she's
prettiest,
really
but she's
pretty.
the ugly one.
And they made her look like everybody else.
Parallel universe.
Yeah, right. Exactly. That's exactly what that is.
That was a good show.
Yeah.
He was ahead of his time, bro.
He
You know
was
what I
way
like
ahead of
too,
it.
but it freaks me out so much. I can only watch. It's so scary. It's not scary.
Tales from the
it ju-
Crypt.
It's psychological horror. No. Black Mirror. I can't binge watch that show.
Yeah, I haven't
Wait a
seen
minute.
that one.
Netflix.
That's the one where what's
It's
his
like
name?
Twilight Zone, but it's freakier.
Right. But
There's
the
a
kid's got
different
the
story.
phone on the wall. It's not connected to anything.
No. You're thinking of Black Phone or something.
Oh, Black Phone, that was a good
or-
movie. That was
I don't know
good.
if that
That was
was
good
what
one.
it was called, or the phone or something. But anyway, no. Black Mirror is an anthology series, like the Twilight Zone, where every episode's different, but it's like psychological horror.
Right.
And
right.
oh man, I can only watch so much of that show. That's really
Black Mirror. I'm gonna look for that one.
They even did a special Netflix one where it was interactive and like you can decide what the character
Oh,
does.
no shit. Yeah.
Right.
Oh, I want
Oh,
to see
pretty
Black
cool.
Mirror. Yeah. Again,
That's the show worth watching.
It would be cool though, but so think about it.
Yeah.
Black Mirror. Well, I didn't see it. Like I said,
Yeah, they're alternate universe.
It's an alternate universe
Actually,
thing.
any fiction is kind of like.
When you think about it, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But there was one episode where like.
Even the horror ones, like
Yes.
Where like
yes.
your whole life is recorded and you can play it back. Like it's an implant.
No
and
shit.
you can project it and play it back or whatever.
What?
But like something happened where like the spouse was cheating and like they got the recordings or whatever. They were able to tap in and get the person recording and found them. It was.
What?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
that's a little,
That's messed up. That's well,
like it's like Twilight Zone,
right.
You know?
But see, but now there you go. So we've been talking about. Well, I've been talking about the fun, the cool part of being able to.
but you could always run into a universe that's not a cool.
That's not
universe.
a cool one. So like said, we were talking like in Sliders. They had an episode where
Show me
Nazi,
your papers.
that Nazi had one. That Germany had one. After that, the
Show me your
Nazis
papers.
had one, and they had to go through all that stuff. But you know what I will say though, there was only maybe 1 or 2 episodes that there was racism.
Yeah.
Even the Nazi one, there was people of color that were part of the
Nazis.
Third Reich. They were Nazis. They were soldiers.
Right.
And so there was black people that were.
There was a few of them actually. There was different ones that were religious based in a sense. You know what I mean? On Twilight
Well, maybe
Zone.
maybe that was the difference in that parallel universe. Like they weren't racist. They were fascists, but they weren't killing people.
Right.
They weren't killing people
They weren't
they weren't into the whole perfect
right. Yeah,
race.
it wasn't about that. Yeah.
They were just fascists.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what it was. Like, which one
That's
was
what made them
was
survive,
religious?
you know?
Right? Yeah, and that's what made it crazy cool because Rembrandt
Yeah.
in Sliders, he was a black guy, and all the things that he had to deal with because they did do. Well, I'm lying. They did like 1 or 2 episodes, maybe one episode that I only really remember.
Right. Yes, so-
that it was like 1960s, and it was that kind of thing. That you couldn't eat in this bar, or go to that restaurant or whatever, and whatnot. Go ahead, Lou.
No, I'm waiting for you guys to finish.
Well, I was gonna say, which one was it that you remember of the Twilight Zone that was religious? I don't remember any that were religious like that.
There was a couple. There were, in the sense where it wasn't as religious, I should say, but more of it was like an interpretation of something that already happened because it had Nazis in it and things like that. I can't remember. I'll have to look it up for you later.
Think about it. It was really ahead of
Twilight Zone.
It was ahead of time.
Dude, it was
because,
amazing.
it had
that was something that you wouldn't expect from if you think about it now. You're
for
like,
its time back then. Absolutely,
Yeah.
no doubt.
Yeah,
So we have a sign. You can't see it on camera, but the sign says Twilight Zone.
yeah.
right.
This way. Yeah,
That's right.
With
Yeah.
an arrow.
Yeah.
But
Going to the
what was the
Twilight.
guy's name? Who always had the cigarette.
Rod Shirley.
Rod Sterling.
Rod Sterling. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was ahead of his time. That guy.
Mm-hmm.
He had a good,
Really though,
imagination.
if you like Twilight Zone, Netflix, Black Mirror. It's
Yeah,
so
I'm gonna
good.
check that out.
There's
Black
like so
Mirror.
many seasons already.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, it's worth it.
I'm
But
gonna check that out.
it's such psychological horror. You can't. I tried binge watching it one day. I'm like, fuck this.
Yeah.
It's just
It's too much.
You sit-
a
See,
lot
I
of
don't know if I really
psychological
like that
horror.
kind of stuff, though. I mean, I don't mind watching if it's a series and then I have to just get it done, fine. But I don't know if I would want to.
It messes with your mind.
I don't want to. I like a little bit more positive stuff than that.
I know,
That would
sometimes
mess
you
me
want
up.
to feel freaked out. I don't know.
Oh no, I get
I
it.
hear you.
I get it. It's
Yeah,
like that's why I like the horror movies. You know what I mean?
But you
There hasn't
can't
been any really
binge
good
it.
ones lately, but
Yeah.
It's hard to binge it though. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, no, for sure.
There is a good. I would check it.
But
out.
then that's why, I mean, you don't feel that you going to being into a multiverse, going to another universe, that you would want to see how you were living? Or you think that would be like too much of a shock for you?
No, I
one
think I
way or
would.
the other.
Well, you're right. It could be a positive thing or a negative thing.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever. I just think disturbing it, not just going there. I would have to have a reason. I wouldn't want to just go. Maybe if I was younger and we were talking about this, the younger me would say probably, yeah, I'm going in a heartbeat. I'm going to see what I'm doing because, Now I'm like, you know what? I already did it. I don't need to go back and see what I did. Maybe in a different universe, obviously, it's going to be different. But,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
why do I really want to see the interpretation of, the opposite of what happened? You know what I mean?
Well, that's the thing. It's not so much an opposite. It's just a different. Because there are so many different things. Like, I see myself as a race car driver. Like I said, I see myself as a musician.
But you can only go back at the time that you're at right now.
No, but that's the thing. I think you're mixing up going back. We're not going back. It's literally
No, I'm not saying back. I'm saying here's the time period I am, and now I'm sliding into another universe.
Right.
Same time period.
Yes.
Right.
Right.
That's what I'm asking.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
But different.
Everything.
Everything's different.
Yep.
The whole setting is different.
Yes.
Right.
Yep. Like this could look like Samurai Japan.
But
Yeah.
right, I got you. But it's the same time, and you're the person, and whatever. Okay.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're sitting here.
But you can't go ahead or back or anything like that.
Nope.
Of course, I know that.
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to say.
Yeah, maybe we live in a parallel universe where Japan won World War II. Can
Exactly.
you imagine
Yep.
that?
Wow, that would be fucked up.
Yeah. And we would all be wearing,
And we're
we would be just like doing school.
You know, we're
and yeah.
speaking
But then again, look at where Japan is now here.
Kenny-san.
Yes. Yes.
How would you say my name?
Yes.
Louis-san.
Lusan.
Louis-san.
Yes. So then look
Domo
at where
arigato
Japan
gozaimasu.
is now. Yeah, right. There you go, my man. If you turn around and you look at where Japan is now here for us,
Yeah.
how a lot of their stuff, they're advancing in a bunch of stuff.
Yes.
You know what I mean? What if the
they're
whole
bigger
world
than
was
that,
living
yeah.
like Japan and we had all some, the cool stuff that they have over there right now. We had it here now. Yeah, we could order it on Amazon, but what
I
if
think I would probably go back to
there?
the time when the American Indian was the one in charge of this country.
Right. So then would we still be stuck in tribes?
Or we're doing the whole, we the time period is we have the colonies here, but they still are in the Old West. And all of a sudden they fight back and take us over, but they're modernized now. They're modernized Native Americans.
Right.
Because
Right.
they took over the colonies and
Mm-hmm.
but we got to follow the Indian tribe rules and we're kind of like living like this kind of sort of
And then generations go on. And
Right.
this modernized Native American society. Can you imagine that?
I always had this one vision in my head where, they would come here. Our ancestors would come here, right, and they would get with the Indians, and they would work with the Indians and come up with the idea of the country where they were involved.
Yes.
Right. So it's their land, as long as and you guys work with one another, be much stronger versus just trying to take over and take away people's shit that were already there.
All over the place. Right. That we all be united.
Imagine what that would be like.
There you go.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like that I would love to see something like that.
And the national bird would be the wild turkey, because that's what Ben Franklin originally wanted.
I remember that. I don't remember.
So imagine in that universe.
Yeah,
That's
the
what
wild
it is.
turkey was instead of the bald eagle. Yeah, everybody went.
Never know.
Imagine. I wonder what would just if one thing didn't change. What's if they never did prohibition? What would happen?
What do you mean if they didn't?
Yeah, there was no prohibition. So then it was
say
just
like
like
they just
liquor
didn't
never
do
went.
There was
illegal.
alcohol, then they took it away and they gave it back.
Right
Yeah.
now they're saying
What's
that
if
there was
no
never
gap?
no
Would
such
it-
thing. Yeah.
Who told you this?
Eh?
Say there was something. Oh, you mean just saying?
That's a parallel
Hypothetical,
universe where
yeah.
prohibition
Parallel,
never
there was no prohibition. Like what would that
what
look
would
like?
happen now? How much would that change anything, or would it not?
I don't think it would.
know.
Well,
Well, we've
a
probably
good
seen
question.
different alcohol brands that we're not used to. Because
What about smoking?
right, different
What
kind
about
of
smoking?
Oh, smoking. Yeah, no smoking. Well, wait,
Go to
smoking
the
weed or
universe.
smoking tobacco?
No, I'm saying cigarettes. It
Okay.
just says
Regular
cigarettes.
cigarettes.
Where it's
Not
not.
tobacco.
You can't do it.
Right. What if
Or-
everybody was super healthy? That there was nothing on the world.
everybody
That there was. Everybody's just like,
Hey,
Bob, how you
working
doing,
out.
John?
We're all
How's
like,
everything?
everybody's
Everything
fit.
good
Hell
with
yeah. No.
we're all health nuts. We're all like super health nuts.
Yo, that's funny, dude.
We're like, no, there's no white bread. Everything's multi.
Everything's multigrain.
Multigrain.
Yes.
Multigrain.
Yeah. Oat milk. and shit
Sourdough.
Like that.
Yeah.
Sourdough.
What
Yeah.
about a world where everybody's vegan and people like,
Oh, dude.
and only like 5% of the population are not vegan, and they're
Yeah.
like trying to convince everybody, oh yeah, you can
Yeah, yeah.
eat meat, you can eat
That would
dairy.
be great.
Right.
What if everybody was like Avatar?
Oh,
Like the
where we
blue-
could plug into the
people.
other animals.
We could plug
Oh,
into
that
the
would be
animals and
awesome.
whatever else.
That would
do
be cool.
something like that. Like what would that be? What if everybody was like a witch? Like we all had magical powers.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, bro. You never know.
Maybe a super badass samurai.
There you go. That's what I'm saying. So then if we were in
what I'm talking
2024, Samurai Japan.
Or just a
It was
world
all
where,
over.
where like giants exist, like actual giants, like
Yeah.
like 20 feet tall.
Right.
There's
That
like
would be
a group
crazy.
of-
Yeah.
Like they like live in their own land. Like,
Yeah.
Like they're like everybody from Switzerland is like, instead of being like 6'5",
they're like 10 foot tall,
like 20 feet tall.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Everywhere that you went,
there are different species.
Yeah,
too,
all together. Yeah,
you got another species, elves and dwarves.
Yeah,
it's kind of like Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings. That's what I'm saying.
But like in reality based, where like,
right, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Imagine going to a Lord of the Rings one, having done
that's what I'm saying.
Doing that would be cool.
But then what
going back
was
to
that?
be a Hobbit or something.
That was like Harry Potter.
Oh yeah,
Harry
like,
Potter and the Harry Patty world. Harry
Patty
world. Harry Potter world.
I'm saying Star Trek, man. I want that.
Well, and he said, so then what if you walked out? I mean, you went to a parallel universe and you were going
have
on
a red
to
shirt too.
Yeah, this guy, you probably would. Word up, no shit. But then you would go in, you would be on the Enterprise. You know what I'm saying, or Voyager. You know that.
Whatever, I take it.
That's what I'm saying. So imagine that you were, a Starfleet captain.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't know about that. I'm lucky if I'd be like, worked in a mess hall. Well, you know what I'm saying?
But then again, there's a parallel universe where that happens. Too.
Exactly. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, it's just you. That's what's cool about even thinking about it.
Vulcan, and then there's another parallel.
Oh, Vulcan! There you go. Live long and prosper.
What is Worf?
Peace and long life.
What's Worf? Worf is he's not Vulcan.
He's Klingon.
There's another one where you're a Klingon.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh wow, that would be badass.
There's a parallel universe where you're a Furby.
Yes.
Or a Tribble.
A Tribble.
You do know that you guys are also me too.
Yeah.
Well,
we don't have. I'm just saying. You never know. But yeah, like I said, listen. I would love to be able to know.
So you would have
if
almost pretty much
It's
if there's that many universes, if it was infinite,
right. Mm-hmm.
there would be every version of you to the point where imagine a super religious you walking around with the Bible.
Can you imagine that? Can you imagine me religious?
One of those guys on the highway or in Times Square.
Right.
Repent now. Accept Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior. I even have a southern accent. Lord, because I was born in Alabama.
Yeah, whatever.
Lord and Savior.
Can you imagine that,
Please.
man? Jesus, that'd be insane. But it would be cool to be able to see all that stuff. Though.
I don't know.
You know, I would like to see it.
I would see how about like he was saying earlier, where you would have a way that you can look at a monitor or something and you would see each timeline, whatever it was. I should say, well, multi-universe, whatever universe. Okay, then you would, and that you would be able to view it individually and then go, okay, I think I know. If I'm going to go, I'm going to do it for this reason. But what would be the point? It would be the same time you're at now going there.
Right. But there'd be something else.
But you would bump into yourself.
Maybe. You don't have to bump into yourself. There's no guarantee that you're going to bump into yourself.
Most likely. If it's parallel. I mean, I guess that could be different too. But what? Instead of you're not in the living room, he's in the kitchen, you're in the kitchen this time, and you land in the living room and then you bump into each other?
Nope, not like that. It's that you're a different you're Lewis Crawford living in, like I said, 2024 Japan, a samurai Japan. So that then you're not living here in
a modern
PA.
samurai.
Right,
Japan.
a modern samurai. So you're not living here in this part of PA. You're really living in Philly. You know what I'm saying? Like you're somewhere else. It doesn't mean that you have to be here because your life is different.
Right.
It's not that you're here doing the exact same thing, going to work at the same place. It's that
I mean, your wife would be different. Everything
right. Yeah, your wife could be different.
Parallel
yes.
universe where you're
still the same
slightly
thing.
Different.
Right. Same house, same whatever, but you're black. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Or that you're, like I said, that this is a mansion and not,
You could come back in a if it's a multiverse, you come back a homosexual.
But I think though,
like, bro. Listen, you said anything, so that goes.
No, it does,
sexual orientation,
yes, everything.
Everything.
I think a theory would be though is that like in order to get to that parallel universe, you have to like cross over like a trillion different ones because you have to go over one that's slightly different. And
yes,
it keeps varying differently.
Right. Yes.
So you have to pass it and pass it. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah. I mean, like each one is slightly different.
Yeah. Because you're closer to this. You know what I mean? The further off you drift, it's like anything else. The further out you drift, the more different it is.
Right.
You know what I mean? So like for us, if we
like
go
a
out
ripple,
you know exactly. It's just like it just grows.
That's the whole point. Why go? Why do it? Unless I can view it on a monitor and watch it, then I'll
do it. That would be cool.
It would be cool, but I'd want to go.
Could probably do that in the future.
It might be able to do that shit now. She can turn around and tell you whatever. I'd like to go. But I think, like I said, again, that's why for me, on so many different things and, other shows that we had, I want to be that cyborg. to be able to go and do these things and check them out.
With the episode on Star Trek, the one where they run through, you know how they go back in time?
Yes. You see?
Would that be multiverse too, do you think? Even though, because it could take them anywhere in any timeline, in some sense, that thing will take
that's different. If we're doing timeline, that is different.
They could do multiverse too.
Well, it could be because you alter the time you alter the timeline.
Right, by going there.
That would create a multiverse.
Yeah.
A timeline change?
Yeah, if you like in Back to the Future when they alter, because the sports almanac altered the time. That's a different multiverse. That's a different
Okay.
All right. You heard what the doc said, man. Leave shit alone. Don't mess with it.
All right.
Anyway.
And with that, then we'll end that doc said, leave it alone.
That's right.
Leave it alone.
Thank you guys for being here. Appreciate y'all.
No problem.
Love, peace, and hair grease.
Live long and prosper.
And go vegan.
Holla.